I'm only here so I don't get fined. So I have to talk about this because Twitter is in an uproar whenever a person who used to play for the Detroit Lions no longer plays for the team they were playing for. We always try to bring them back home to our team. And with the kind of uncertainty of CJ Gardner-Johnson, fans are kind of trying to bring back an old favorite, that is safety Quandre Diggs, who was actually released from the Seattle Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks are clearing up massive cap space. Quandre Diggs, Jamal Adams. I remember when the Seahawks traded for Jamal Adams from the New York Jets. They gave up a couple firsts, I believe it was, for him, and he's not been the same since he left. Quandre Diggs was traded. He was the beginning of that kind of Matt Patricia fallout with the secondary because Darius Slay followed a little while later. And then we also had Golden Tate that was traded as well. And I do know that Jordan Poyer has been released. And I had to debate which video I would make which person I would make a video about due to the fact, but I chose to focus on Quandre because Jordan will be 33 when the season starts. So I'm not sure we want to he's been in the league. He's going on year 13, I believe it is. Now, Quandre is no spring chicken, but dude can still put the hammer down if he needs to. That's just what kind of player he is. I was sick when we traded him. Kind of like I said, Matt Patricia's cleaning house of everybody who didn't agree with the way things were going in Detroit. But Quandre Diggs Seattle saved $27 million by cutting him and Jamal Adams. Then they got rid of Will Dissly, saving almost 35 in total. And they just cut an defensive tackle just a few minutes ago. But let's look at Quandre Diggs. I feel like we have to talk about this because, as I said, every time there's especially a fan favorite, we're always going to be trying to bring him back to Detroit. 5'9", 31. So he will be, I want to say Quandre, we'll look at his, let me see, because I feel like we need to do this now. Okay, so he will still be under 31 when the season begins. The season kicks off in less than, I want to say, 190 days. So he still will be 31 years old. Quandre Diggs, we drafted him in 2015. That was under the Jim Caldwell regime. That was after Caldwell had replaced Jim Schwartz. And then we wind up taking Quandre in the 6th round, almost at the end of the draft. And dude has been a dog ever since. If we look at his stats here, his first, 6 years, 5 seasons was spent in Detroit, and he was that guy for us and spent the next 4 years in Seattle after being traded. The past 3 years, this guy, the past 4 years has played every game. He has not missed a game in the last 4 seasons. 2020 was the last year of the 16-game season, but the first year of the extended 17 playoffs, and he has not missed a game. And in those games, he has had, any interceptions? How many did he have? 1, 4, 5, 3. So Quandre Diggs, is still a solid safety when it comes to his age. So here's the thing. Quandre, I know that CJ Gardner-Johnson could already be signed. I know yesterday it was kind of a big deal. He changed his Instagram picture to a picture of him in a Lions uniform. A lot of people don't believe CJ Gardner-Johnson was going to come back. He might have been looking for a bag. I've even heard that he's not coming back, like for certainty, when I've heard nothing of the sort. So this is all depending on CJ Gardner-Johnson not coming back. We only have 3 major safeties: Iffy, Kirby, and Brian Branch. We need that 4th guy. And if CJ Gardner-Johnson is not going to return, I would not be mad if the Detroit Lions took a flyer on Quandre Diggs, even at 31 years old, because the dude is still that guy. That's 100%. Now, of course, and the way I look at it too is this. At 31 years old, Quandre will be one of the oldest people on the team. And our team is still the 2nd youngest team in the NFL. Okay. So with that being said, having a veteran leader back there that can mold these young kids. You're talking about Kirby going on year 3, Brian Branch going on year 2, right? And we got Iffy going into year 4, the veteran leader back there. You're talking about what? He's going into his 10th season? His 10th season. No, he spent 5. Wait a minute. He spent 5 in Seattle and 5 in Detroit. That's crazy. So he spent the exact amount of time but he was traded. So he actually spent 4.5 in Detroit and 4.5 in Seattle. Yeah, because he got traded the middle of the 2019 season. He had only played 5 games and then 5 games in 2019, right? Even before he was traded. So Quandre Diggs, his rookie season, played all 16 games. I can just show you guys. Rookie season, all 16 games. Sophomore season, he missed 4. Third season, all 16. Fourth season, all 16. Got traded this year, comes out, plays every game this season. Every game. So when you guys talk about age, he's old. Look at the production. Khalil Mack is 33 years old, and he is better than anybody on this team, not named Aiden Hutchinson, on the defensive line. Very frankly, very bluntly, that age truly, when it comes to, this is not Bruce Irvin 36 here. This is 31 still producing. This is not some dude who was literally watching Netflix, right, before he got called off the couch. So a totally different thing from a guy who's still doing it at a high level, even on, quote, the wrong side of 30, which myself being 44, it's kind of irritating to hear, but I understand that this is a football thing. So, and I probably couldn't be out there at 44 either. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. If CJ Gardner-Johnson does not return, you've got Marcus May. You've got another safety as well. There's quite a few safeties that are available. I don't think Quandre Diggs, his previous time, would have anything to do with coming back now. I will say this, though. Last year, we did something very similar. We bought a 33-year-old wide receiver in named Marvin Jones Jr. Yes, that did not turn out so well, but I think things would be different with Quandre Diggs. So if I had to choose, I wouldn't be mad at this only if I only see it happening potentially if CJ Gardner-Johnson did not re-sign. It could already be done. We're just waiting on the news. Very similar to how the Amon-Ra St. Brown news is done. We're just waiting on the actual announcement to be made. So let me know in the comments below. Quandre Diggs, he's not going to get, I don't think anywhere he goes, he was due $10 million this season. We gave CJGJ 8.5, 6.5 guaranteed. What would you give Quandre Diggs? It would obviously be a 1-year deal because you're talking about a 32-year-old safety at this point. I wouldn't see Brad Holmes any more than 1 year. I mean, maybe two. Because I think if CJ Gardner-Johnson is re-signed, I think it's going to be a 2-year deal. I don't think it's going to be another flyer. But at the same time, if he wants to get paid, then he's going to probably have to take a flyer. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I had to talk about this guy because all I saw on Twitter was Diggs come home. But Diggs, man, you got to love Quandre. He never wanted to go, very similar to Darius Slay. And he puts out, how you going to get fired? I just got fired on my day off. So he knows that he'll be playing in the NFL in 2024. Where will it be is to be determined. So let me know in the comments below. Quandre Diggs, man. And you know what? Let's spice it up a little bit. Let's have some fun. CJ Gardner-Johnson or Quandre Diggs? Who would you prefer to play for the Detroit Lions in 2024? Leave it in the comments below. This channel is sponsored by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. I appreciate every last one of you. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.